Well, one of the types of cases we handle at our firm are pedestrian injury cases. And when a pedestrian is injured, you're usually talking about a serious injury case with major damages. That's exactly the type of cases I want to be involved in and we like to handle. But because those cases result in major injuries and can be complicated, because when you have somebody that's seriously injured, you have to start looking at less obvious parties that may have been negligent in injuring you. Perhaps the designer of a roadway, if they don't have immunity, might be a party that a case should be brought against, and sometimes there's product liability issues involved. And if you have that type of complexity in a case, it is going to take a lot longer to be able to bring your case to resolution. It's also going to make it so that it's not one where we're gonna be able to very easily, quickly tell you how much value your case has. In other words, what kind of damages we're actually going to be able to collect for you. These cases can go on a long time. If we determine that it's a relatively straightforward case, because you're probably going to have serious injuries if you've been, say, hit by a car and there's no other liability, then most often you'll have a liability auto insurer who's in a position where they're just going to have to tender the liability limits. Now, one thing we always have to look at is to make sure we have found all sources of insurance. So even with respect to a driver's automobile liability insurer paying your claim, there could be other auto liability insurance out there, and if you've been seriously injured, it's almost certain that one liability insurance policy is not going to have sufficient policy limits to make you whole from your injury. So you got to look for those other sources that you can collect from. And these can be, because you have those issues out there, the case may be a lot more complicated than you thought before you started looking at our website, deciding whether to hire an attorney. So do please give us a call. Happy to consult with you, answer any questions you may have. My name is David May.